What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Ostrich Show. Today we're looking at the new LEGO Harry Potter Triwizard Tournament, the Black Lake set 76402 that has 349 pieces that retails for $44.99. So this is a pretty cool set that features the second task of the Triwizard Tournament, where our competitors have to go underwater and try to rescue something that's valuable to them. So in this instance, we have Ron for Harry, and for Hermione, we have Viktor Krum, a part of our figures there. Then we also get some other minifigure designs of like the Merperson. So we have a recreation of the scene from the movie with the underwater arch design with our characters suspended, and then we get our above water like pier system where people are standing watching the task. So we have the upper little section there, and then the dock section and a little rowboat and stuff, and a lot of the cool stuff going on here. If we spin it around to the back, we can see more of it. So we can see that our pier sits on top of the little archway, and then all the little figure and character designs and play features along with this set. That is pretty cool. Overall, this was a pretty cool set. I was excited for it when it was announced. It's a pretty cool set build wise, and I like all the colors and stuff, especially for the archway, new different colors, and a lot of underwater features of like plants and animal life and stuff. So really cool to have this set all together, and I relatively enjoy it. So let's look at the set, starting with the minifigs. So here's our 5 minifigures all looking cool. So we'll start off with Harry, of course, from this task. So he's got the underwater outfit on, so he just got the red shirt with the Hogwarts crest on, and of course red probably for Gryffindor, and then just some black pants, and then you can see he looks a little bit weird. So he's got these markings on his face, so it's supposed to be the gills from where he took the gillyweed, which of course is a plant that gives whoever eats it gills and webbing between their fingers and toes. So we also got web feet. Of course, they're just the flipper pieces for characters, but we put it on Harry's feet to be his actual feet, so that's why it's in the skin color there to be his webbed feet. So looks a bit of weird and funny there, but pretty cool to give more of the design of the gillyweed. So that's why he's got the gills there on his face. So we have the Harry Potter face. Of course, this is from the Goblet of Fire, so he's got the longer hair in this movie, so it's longer, more swept over hair. And then around on the back, he's got more of like an angry face there. And then I like his shirt says Potter there on the back as well, so that's pretty fun. And then he of course has his wand. So pretty cool to have this version of Harry like with the big flipper feet and everything and the gills on his face. Just looks pretty cool for the task. And then of course we have Viktor Krum, who he's competing against. It looks pretty good, from Bulgaria, and overall has nice hair design. It's a nice little hair piece, like his face. So he's got a little faded mustache and a little goatee and stuff there. That looks pretty cool. And then he's in a tank top as well with the Durmstrang logo on there, some red pants, and then if we look on the back of his, we get this weird what looks like a mouse, so a tongue, and has like the uvula and stuff hanging down there. So we can switch that around, and with that we can give his piece for how he competes in this task, so where he tries to transfigure himself into a shark, but as it says, he kind of fails and can only transfigure his head into a shark. So we get the shark piece there that looks pretty cool that we can slide on Victor. So got the big shark head and mouth open, where so now it fits in there with that headpiece printing. So we get shark fin and shark tails there. So that is pretty cool, and one of my favorite things about this set is getting the big shark Viktor Krum. So that is cool that they included that with this set. And then a part of the task, we get Ron and Hermione. So we have Hermione here in suspension, so she's kind of knocked out or whatever they do to him. So she's in her all Hogwarts outfit, so all dressed up to the nines with the robe and everything on there. And as I said, she's kind of like suspended in the water, so she's like put to sleep or whatever, so her eyes are closed there. Still the nice normal brown hair for Hermione and stuff, and everything looks nice. And around on the back we do also get an awake version, so you can just use this as like a standard Hermione minifigure if you want to, but for this set we need her with her eyes closed. And the same applies for Ron. So we have Ron again from the movie, so he's got the longer hair, so he's got the longer swept over hair, and he's asleep. His mouth is open, which you'd think underwater would not be good, he'd be breathing water in, but he's in the exact same outfit attire as Hermione. Oh, and I forgot the characters like Harry and then them have the shorter legs there as well, so nice little short legs that do have the movement, so you can pose them around and stuff there, so that's nice. And just like Hermione, with Ron on the back, has an awake face, so you can use that for just a normal Ron minifigure as well. And finally we have a Merperson, so it looks pretty cool with the all greenish like mint green color for it, has the ugly face, some lipstick on it there, the creepy yellow eyes, the long flowing hair, so they look quite beautiful there. And then you can see she's got like abs and of course a chest, so it looks like it'd be a female, but it's hard to tell with mer people. But has the all green skin and even like the little tail piece coming around there to the back, so that's pretty cool. And then she has the trident in her hand. Oh, you can also see she has printing there on the back and a creepy face as well, so you can have either like this way, both looks like she's angry, but the other one just looks more angry with the teeth showing. But really nice to have a Merperson to go along with this set. And then finally, just want to throw in, we do also get a Grindylow to go in here, so really fun little like see-through Grindylow with like a pearlescent design, so you can see it's got like that purple color, but it's mostly just an all see-through, so So that's pretty cool with the nice big smiling face there. So nice little Grindylow with its tentacles and stuff there at the bottom. So pretty cool to have a Grindylow to throw in here as well. But with that being all our minifigures, let's look at the actual set. So here we have the set all put together. So we have the underwater archway system with all the plants and everything, and I like the teal color and stuff they chose. Really nice for that design. And then our dock system up top with like the little viewing platform and stuff up there. But I think it'd be easier to look at this set by separating apart. So it's like all the other like modular systems with like the castle and stuff, you can separate it apart. So we'll sit that aside and just look at the archway, which looks really nice. Like I said, I love the like teal color they use for this. It looks really nice overall with the greenery and brickery and stuff. So you have the bricks and stuff making up the archway. It looks really nice. We have some plants and stuff down at the bottom. We have a little crab character, a fish there as well, some plants growing up the sides with, you know, all sorts of little plants and stuff there. And around on the back, we have a little cave piece. So we have a little goblet hidden back in there. So don't know what that's for, but we have that. And then in the middle, we have the design for like the suspending of our characters. So they have chains attached to them and they're floating in the air. So I like that they use these rubbery pieces. So it makes them like float around and stuff. So we can take our Ron and Hermione and stick them on there. So there we have Ron and Hermione in there now just floating there, which is pretty cool. I like, you can't really see the thing in the back. So it does look like they're just floating there with the chains, and with this they can bounce around and stuff. So it does seem like they're just kind of floating around in the water, just the chain holding onto them. So I really like that. They did a really good job with this like design. It'd be cool if like, you know, from the side you couldn't see it as much, but like just straight on like this, you can't see that thing at all. So it does look like they're floating there. So really nice design for that. And this is like one of my most favorite things about this, that is just to have the suspended Ron and Hermione. So that is really cool for that. Like I said, not much else to it. Like, you know, it's just an underwater PC. And of course you have Harry and Viktor swimming up to save. Of course, Harry wants to save Ron and Hermione, but Viktor comes in a second later, bites the chain and goes off with Hermione. So that's why we got this there. It'd be cool to have the others. So to have Cedric and Fleur Delacour as well as Gabriella and Cho Chang, you know, that fill out the set if they made like a second version of this to go along with this. But at least we got the things that I care most for of the Harry. Of course, always have to have Harry, and then the Krum since he's got the shark head. So those are the two I would prefer the most out of this. So really cool to have that. And of course, we can of course like just stick our Merperson down in here to be watching over the people. So just having her floating around there. So that's really all there is for the underwater. Not a whole lot to it. No real play features. Just the suspended Ron and Hermione there. But overall, that's cool for the underwater scene. And then we can go back up to the dock and look at it. Of course, we do also get this rowboat since they row out to the docks in a rowboat. So we have a little rowboat we can sit characters in. And it has the little oars that you can move around and adjust and stuff there if you want to put a character in it. But just a little rowboat thrown in with this set as well. And then we have the dock or the pier system. So we have the lower section where the characters start out at, and then other people are watching. And then we have the upper section where most of the viewers are watching over with the teachers and everything. And then we have a little like hut piece or whatever in here as well that we'll look at. But overall looks pretty cool. So we have the water. So we have the dark color of the lake there since it's black lake. So nice dark color. Our little dock system that has a play feature that I'll show you, and then nice support beams and everything going up. And if we spin it around, we can look at the back of it. So we have a ladder that goes up to the upper section. So nice, easy way to get up there. And then we have the inside section. So we have like a little teapot or a kettle with some cups, of course, drinking tea or whatever. And as it's shown in the movie, it's a cold day. So maybe nice to have some nice warm drink. And then we do also get the little canister of gillyweed. So I can't get it off, but it's supposed to be the canister of gillyweed there for Harry to eat to be able to get his gills and flippers and stuff. So that's pretty cool. And just an overall nice little hut design with the nice green roof to match with the Hogwarts. And then our little balcony display that goes all the way around. And at the top, we do have a clock there as well. Of course, a clock counting down. I think it's an hour time, but it just can spin around, of course, to show the time passage. But it's just the printed clock, so you don't really get any hands switched or anything. But yeah, just a nice little simple basic system. Not a whole lot to it. But as I mentioned, it does have a play feature. So like we can take Harry here ready to dive into the lake. One in the back there is this little like switch back here you can press on, and it makes the board flip up. So it makes Harry dive into the water there. So that is pretty fun. So it's fun. You can just sit the characters on and make them dive into the water. So the dock system is nice. So of course, simple, basic, not a whole lot to it. But with that, we can stack it back up on top and have our whole set together. Now, of course, now with this, we can really make Harry go for a dive into the water from up high now, make him fall down in there. So really nice set. It's just a pretty big tower. So it's not a whole lot to it. I wish it was, you know, more spread out or something just so it wasn't so tall. I hate when things are really tall like this with Lego sets, but it does look really cool. Nice design with underwater and upper section for the second task of the Triwizard tournament. And I think we got some really neat figures with the Harry with the gillyweed design, Viktor Krum transfiguration with the shark, the Merperson, and Ron and Hermione in suspension. So really fun set overall. Oh, and can't forget our little Grindylow there as well. So pretty cool set. Like I really like this design. Like I said, I was excited for when it was announced, and just having it in person, it's a really nice set, I have to say. play. But let me know what you thought of this set down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my review, let me know with a thumbs up. Well, and thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.